The images you're seeing represent one of America's most enduring and controversial infrastructure projects. The border wall between the United States and Mexico spans nearly 2,000 miles across diverse terrain, from sandy deserts to mountainous regions, urban centers to remote wilderness. What began as scattered fencing in the 1990s has evolved into a massive undertaking spanning multiple administrations, with each bringing their own approach to border security. The current construction you're witnessing represents the latest chapter in this ongoing story. In March 2025, we've seen significant developments with Customs and Border Protection awarding a $70 million contract to Granite Construction Company. This particular project focuses on approximately 7 miles of new border wall in Hidalgo County, Texas, within the Rio Grande Valley sector. The construction aims to close critical gaps left incomplete when previous contracts were canceled during administrative transitions. This isn't Granite Construction's first border project. The California-based company has previously built sections in Nogales, Arizona, Imperial, California, and El Paso, Texas. Their experience with the unique challenges of border terrain made them a logical choice for the complex landscape of Hidalgo County. The construction process you're watching unfolds in several stages. First, surveyors map the precise location where the barrier will stand. Environmental assessments are conducted, though these have been expedited or waived in many cases under national security provisions. Then comes site preparation, clearing, vegetation, leveling ground, and creating access roads for heavy equipment. The foundations are critical, especially in areas with shifting soil or flood risks. Workers drill deep into the ground, sometimes as much as 10 feet, to create a stable base. Steel reinforcement is then added before concrete is poured to create solid footings. The primary wall structure varies by location. In some areas, you'll see 18 to 30-foot steel bollards, vertical posts spaced closely together but allowing agents to see through to the other side. These bollards are filled with concrete for strength and topped with anti-climbing plates. Other sections feature solid barrier designs, particularly in urban areas. The construction you're viewing represents more than physical infrastructure. It's also a technological system. Modern border barriers often incorporate fiber optic sensors, cameras, ground radar, and lighting systems. These technologies create a smart wall component that extends the effectiveness of the physical barrier through enhanced surveillance capabilities. What might not be visible in this footage is the complex logistical operation happening behind the scenes. Construction materials must be transported to remote locations, sometimes requiring temporary roads to be built. Water for concrete mixing often needs to be trucked in. Workers may camp near construction sites due to the distance from towns and cities. The human element of this construction cannot be overlooked. The workers you see are typically a mix of local labor and specialized contractors brought in for specific aspects of the project. Many have developed expertise in border construction over years of similar projects. They work in challenging conditions: extreme heat in summer months, freezing temperatures in winter, and sometimes in areas with limited access to basic amenities. Border wall construction also occurs within a complex environmental context. The U.S. Mexico border region contains diverse ecosystems and is home to numerous endangered species. Environmental groups have consistently raised concerns about habitat fragmentation, disruption of wildlife migration routes, and impacts on water flow. Construction plans often require navigating these environmental considerations, though national security waivers have frequently been used to bypass standard environmental review processes. The economic impact of this construction extends beyond the direct contract value. Border communities experience both benefits and challenges from these projects. Local businesses may see increased activity from construction crews, while property owners near construction zones navigate disruptions and potential land acquisition issues. In March 2025, the border security approach has expanded beyond physical barriers. The deployment of the USS Gravely, an Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer, to the Gulf Coast near the Texas-Mexico border represents an escalation in military support for border security operations. This naval asset is supporting Border Patrol and Coast Guard efforts to combat increasingly sophisticated cartel operations that utilize advanced technologies like drones. This multifaceted approach to border security now combines infrastructure. Projects like the wall construction you're seeing with military assets and international cooperation. Recent policy changes have designated several Mexican drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, facilitating greater use of military resources in border security operations. The collaboration extends across the border as well. Mexican authorities have deployed thousands of soldiers to their northern border and approved joint training programs between U.S. Army Special Forces and the Mexican Navy. This binational effort aims to enhance cross-border coordination against drug trafficking and illegal immigration. As you watch this construction unfold, remember that these steel and concrete structures represent more than physical barriers. They embody complex policy decisions, reflect changing approaches to national security, and stand at the intersection of diplomatic relations between two neighboring nations. What began decades ago as simple chain-link fencing has evolved into an intricate system of physical barriers, technology, and human resources dedicated to controlling one of the world's most frequently crossed international boundaries. The construction you're witnessing is merely the most visible element of this multi-layered approach to border security, an approach that continues to evolve with each passing year and each new administration. The border wall remains one of America's most politically charged infrastructure projects, with passionate advocates and critics debating its effectiveness, necessity, and humanitarian implications. Yet, beyond the political discourse, the physical reality of its construction continues. Steel and concrete rising from the earth along a line that separates not just two countries, but different visions of how nations should manage their boundaries in our interconnected world.